Well, it is Mother's Day, and we are going to Medford, Oregon. It's marginal VFR here, broken cloud, so we're going to head out of here VFR. Medford is partially IFR, partially VFR. We have an IFR plan in the system for when we get up there from like Redding into Medford. I don't think we're going to need it, but the normal direct flight is hour and a half, 200 and how many miles? 211 miles, I think. Anyway, we're going to go to Mount Shasta first. So I'll probably put the camera out here into the flight so we can see the beauty of Mount Shasta. It only adds, believe it or not, 6 miles to the route. Instead of a 340 heading, it's a 347 heading. So let's get the ATIS here in Oakland, see what the weather is, and then we'll take off. I'm not going to do the entire flight in video, of course, because it's an hour and a half, but we'll do the highlights.
Low control to Los Angeles, Las Vegas. Contact clearance delivery for information. Ground stop to San Francisco. Taxiway Victor, closed. Taxiway Romeo, closed. High-speed taxiway Whiskey 4, closed. Expect to exit runway 30, Whiskey 5 or beyond. Morro Bay VOR out of service. Caution, birds near airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
Echo, echo, echo.
Oakland International Airport ATIS information echo. 15530. Wind 160 at 7. Visibility 10. Ceiling 1,800 broken. Temperature 2.9er. Altimeter 2994. ILS, runways 30 and 28 right. Slow control to Los Angeles.
All right, that's where we came in, so let's go ahead and talk to ground. Ground, good morning, Twin Cessna 3318 Quebec VFR request.
This is the 3318 Quebec Oakland ground VFR request.
I want to Quebec Skyline 320 slant India to New Tees. We got information echo. We're VFR today to Medford, Oregon. That's Kilo Mike Foxtrot Romeo, and we can do a 15 with a left turnout.
This is the 18 Quebec runway 15 taxi via Delta. Maintain VFR at or below 2,000 and squawk 3227.
3227, that's the quickest squawk I ever got, and 2,000 on the altitude, and we're taxiing Delta this 15, Quebec. Okay, so we've got our squawk. What's the wife pointing at? Yeah, I know it's been apart. All right, so we're going to do a run up. We'll go over here and offset a little bit. And the wife was very smart. She got the checklist out for me, knowing the all-important checklist. So we're going to do that.
734 Bravo November taken.
And get back on frequency.
Turn.
Tower Twin Cessna 3318 Quebec, runway 15, holding short, ready for takeoff. Left turnout, I can do an early turnout too.
This is Cessna 3318 Quebec, Oakland Tower. Wind is 160 at 5. Make a left turnout on course for Medford. Runway 15, cleared for takeoff.
20 Quebec, clear for takeoff, 15. An early turnout, okay?
Early turnout is
20 Quebec, thanks. All right, so we're going to do an early turnout, stay away from the 28s. That guy just took off on 33.
Radar contact altitude.
Using the whole runway.
Moving through 300.
Okay. Time, check. Transponder, check. EG, check. Fuel pumps on, full power.
This is 21263 Oakland, ground runway 28 right, taxi via
Good, go. We're on the roll. And we want 100 on the airspeed as usual. There's 60, coming alive, 70, 80, there's 90, there's 100. Yeah, we'll just pull it off, tap the brakes, get this early turnout out of the way. Get out of the way of the 28s. Can you grab that, please?
Can
you grab that, please?
Departure on 120.9er.
120.9er, so long.
So we're going to do a 347 heading. And we're going to pick our way through the clouds.
18 Quebec, radar contact to altitude.
18 Quebec passing through 700. Alright, so we're going to do full power up until 1,000 feet. Okay, we're going to set up for cruise now. 29 inches of manifold pressure. 2350 on the RPMs. All the time watching for traffic. Turn the fuel pumps off one at a time. Make sure the engine still runs. Second one, those are the electric fuel pumps.
Whiskey Oakland. Round taxi to the run-up area via Charlie. Are you going to be departing or just doing a run-up?
Then we're setting up the fuel flow. We'll go 17.5 indicated and then see where the EGTs settle in.
And whiskey maintain VFR below 2000, squawk 4213.
See if he gives me 27.0 next. So we're just right at the base of the clouds here. We'll just stop for a minute.
18 Quebec, contact North Departure 120.9er, good flight.
120.9, 1 Quebec, thanks a lot.
14.
Alright, we're restricted here. NorCal, good morning, Twin Cessna 331 Quebec, checking in, restricted 2000.
November 3318 Quebec, NorCal departure, resuming navigation, appropriate VFR altitude.
1 Quebec, Roger. And can I get Bravo clearance 3,500 today?
Number 3318 Quebec, yeah, you'll be leaving the 3000 itself here in 3 miles. You cleared in the class Bravo airspace, maintain 3,500 while in the Bravo.
1 Quebec, 3,500 cleared for the Bravo. Alright, there's our blue sky.
114, climb maintain 11,000.
We're climbing out at 3,500 feet a minute.
11,000, please.
On the initial.
2114.
NorCal approach, 4 Fox Romeo, how do you read? Number 4 Fox Romeo, got you loud and clear now, how many? 4 out of 5, 4 Fox Romeo, but readable. Perfect, and you can resume on navigation, your Bay Tour west of Bravo, west of the Bay Bridge, outside of Bravo. Stay northwest of the Bay Bridge, outside of the Bravo, 4 Fox Romeo.
Beautiful day out here now. Alright, so we're going to set up, we're at 3,500. We're directly on course for Mount Shasta. I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to remount it up front here so you can see the beauty of the outside and be back on shortly.
3318 Quebec, contact Travis approach 126.6.
26.6 for Travis now, 1 Quebec. Thanks and good morning.
Oakland Center, south.
Well, we're just crossing over Highway 80 here between Pinole and Vallejo and Fairfield. Travis, good morning. Twin Cessna 331 Quebec, checking in level 3,500. Highway 12 is coming up here. Right down below there. Let's see if I can put my finger on it. Right there. Alright, Travis, where are you? 26.6. I'll give him a second and then we'll call him back.
3318 Quebec, Travis approach, altitude 2990.
20 Quebec, Roger. Alright, so here we are in cruise now, just enjoying the view down low. These are the hills just between Vacaville and the Napa Valley. We just switched to Travis approach, 26.6. So what I did do is I filed my IFR to pick it up outside of Reading and into Ashland, then into Medford, because that'll give the sector there the ability to activate my IFR if we need it. I'm thinking now I'm probably not going to need it, but at least we have it while it's in there.
November 06 Romeo, contact Oakland Center 132.2. 132.2 for 83.
Well, here's Lake Berryessa. And
Travis approach, being Sundowner 6974 Romeo, checking in level 4,500, going around the jump zone.
it's pretty much full.
6974 Romeo, Travis approach, altitude 2990.
90.
we got some mountains straight ahead, so we're gonna avoid those. Alright, so now we're back set up here with, we're coming up on Maxwell. Now we're all in the valley here in front of us. Sacramento Valley. I can just make out Mount Shasta straight ahead, and that's the first indication of it. A lot of water in the valley here. That these are all rice farms.
Rio calling in.
There's a plane down there.
That's 135 Juliet Mike over here. 0.
Yeah, there's water there. I want to
Roger, thank you. And
get a picture of the buttes. You know, let's just turn the plane toward the buttes. Take a peek of it over there. So the Southern Buttes are in the Sacramento Valley. They're also known as the shortest mountain range in the world. So there they are straight ahead. Not sure the elevation. I know the local TV stations have a lot of their live cameras on there. So we'll turn back now towards Shasta. This is Highway 5. We're crossing over right now. And the Sacramento Valley is fed by the Sacramento River, which comes out of Lake Shasta.
213, Coast Guard 2713.
So here's all the flooded rice paddies below us. And that's Maxwell, the town that we just... You got Calusa in the area?
Yes, sir. Well, this one and then one more after this for Coast Guard 2713.
So we're coming up on Shasta. When we get it closer and it gets bigger, I'll turn the camera back on. Right below us is, I believe, one of the wildlife refuges that are in the Sacramento Valley here. I'm not sure which one it is. There's Sullivan, there's Calusa. They do duck hunting here. Believe it or not, I think there's, I know there's deer. I think there might be some elk even around here also. Those are mostly on the coastline though. But that's all that water, and that's the refuge there. I think it's run by the Department of Fish and Game. I think it's federal. I don't think it's state, but not sure. So we're seeing Shasta right there, straight ahead, and we're just cruising our way there. When we get closer, we'll get some better pictures of it. Looking to the, okay, we're VFR, we can just turn the plane. Looking towards the Ashland area, that's actually Lassen, not Lassen, Trinity area, straight ahead, not much clouds, a lot of water. Alright, let's get back on course, head for Mount Shasta. Here's another picture of the wildlife refuge there, down below us, and all the water that's fed into it. And then here are those puffy clouds that are off to the west. If you look to the east, it's glary in that direction, but just some high cirrus. Pushing the nose down a bit, I can see a plane. Might be doing crop dusting really down low. And that's a good shot you can see here of all that water that's used for growing rice. And let's put the nose back on Mount Shasta again. Looks like there's a lot of snow on it today, as expected, and we should be over it in probably about 32 minutes. So I'm in a gradual climb here to get up to 6,500 to come around Shasta, and just wanted to look straight straight ahead, and you can see Mount Lassen, which I believe
2713. Do you need to hold, or you want to start the
is in that Cascade Mountain Range chain of volcanoes. I think that's the first one. There's Lassen there, and then Shasta coming up. So we're kind of over the Sacramento River. If I put the nose down just a tad, you'll be able to see the meandering Sacramento River coming out of Lake Shasta. And then the town in front of us, I don't think it's Red Bluff yet. But it could be. Yep, that is Red Bluff. Right in front of us. So we're going to climb to 6,500. You can't see Shasta right now, it just hides behind some clouds. But next time I turn the camera on, you should have a good view of Mount Shasta. And I think the height of it is 14,000 and change. It's just a tad below Mount Whitney. So I think it's like the second highest on this side of the Rockies. With Mount Whitney being the highest mountain in the lower 48. Well, here's an interesting cloud formation, and that's a little bit of rain coming out of there.
Speed up, give me number 1 inbound.
Just to the east of Redding, and there is the town of Redding here. Redding, there's the airport straight ahead, and Mount Shasta's behind that cloud straight ahead. So Redding is at the top of the valley here in Sacramento, and that puppy gets some heat. Sometimes it can be as hot as Viva Las Vegas.
Number 9015, Charlie Delta, contact Oakland
Home of the Raiders, but
27.905.
God knows when.
2795, 5, Charlie Delta.
I heard on the
Julie Mike, contact Redding Tower 119 airport.
On the TV yesterday that they were maybe not playing there until 2021 now, so we don't know. Here's a shot of the panel just before we see Shasta. We're doing 195 across the ground, 196, heading of 344. Outside air temperature there is below freezing now, so I got the pitot heat turned on. You don't need the prop DIs, just have the pitot heat turned on. And we're at 8,500.
Thank you, sir. We're going to the town. I appreciate it.
And just behind that cloud is Mount Shasta coming up shortly. And as we come out from behind the haze, that haze of this cloud, there is a very full Shasta Lake, or Lake Shasta, at the foot of Mount Shasta, which is up there.
VOR 34.
Coast Guard 2713, you are cleared VOR 34.
This is what feeds.
VOR 34 approach Redding Airport.
Cleared VOR 34 approach Redding. Coast Guard 2713.
This is what feeds all of Sacramento River from up here. This is where it all starts at the Shasta Dam. So as we're coming up on Shasta now, I'll turn the camera on, and it's too beautiful of a sight to not take it in as I start coming up to it. Just going to have to put up with me yapping away, even if my voice sounds irritating to some of my viewers. Anyway, so it's 14,000 feet high. I've always wondered in amazement of how, see if I can show it here. Here's the mountain, and then when the sun sets to the west, because we're heading due north, the mountain casts a big shadow on the valley. I'll just show you the valley to the right that the mountain would cast a shadow on. And that has to be, you know, for the Native Americans that were here long before us, that has to be quite a sight and quite something to see. So there's a couple little peaks to the right of Shasta, to the northeast of them that have some snow. Shasta's still a little bit obscured with clouds today. As I keep rolling the plane out to the north, which our destination is, I can see why we were IFR earlier. I think those clouds look more broken than they are solid. Getting colder out here. It's 10 degrees below 0 Celsius, which is cold, whatever it is. I'm not calculating it. It's cold. I've turned the vents off and turned the heater on a little higher. And I know the wife's cold because she got her arms folded. And I did not have any indication of any problems with that number 2 engine like I was getting on the last flight, where it burped like it was fuel star for just a second. And I purposely left the electric fuel pumps off. So straight down below us here, next to the freeway, is Dunsmuir.
God, look at the clear cuts.
Yeah, a lot of clear cuts here. That's
Oakland Center, Coast Guard 2713 is back with you, 2100 for 5300 on the published miss.
Nice.
Coast Guard 2713, Oakland Center, roger, radar contact. Traffic 1 o'clock. It's going to be closer to your 10 o'clock now, about 3 miles per day.
So that little mountain right there, I can't put my finger on it.
Oakland 2713, roger, negative contact. We'll be looking at 523,000.
They call it Shastina, like a little Shasta.
Diesel factor. Execute the public switch filling procedure and enable all oxygen.
Trying to get a view of Shasta with a no cloud.
2700 for 5300 on the published miss.
Nice.
Coast Guard 2713, Oakland Center, roger, radar contact. Traffic 1 o'clock. It's going to be closer to your 10 o'clock now, about 3 miles per day.
So that little mountain right there, I can't put my finger on it.
Oakland 2713, roger, negative contact. We'll be looking at 523,000.
They call it Shastina, like a little Shasta.
Diesel factor. Execute the public switch filling procedure and enable all oxygen.
Trying to get a view of Shasta with a no cloud. This is worth a few miles out of the way to travel. It is bright white. Let me get the plane on it and level for you. So there's a lot of activities on Shasta. So I can see the ski area at the base of Shasta still has snow. There's hiking. It is a dormant volcano. If you look just to the left side of it, that
Oakland Center, Coast Guard 2713.
that flat part is where the mountain blew off. I don't know when that happened. That was ancient time. Prehistoric, probably.
It's haunted.
What's haunted?
Shasta has leprechauns in it.
Leprechauns.
And Oakland 2713, roger, the cancellation will maintain current squawk and intend to proceed towards the north, towards Mount Shasta, and then eastbound down the Sierra Range.
Coast Guard 2713, roger.
And we're 1,200 here. Just climbing and climbing. I think the mountains have a tendency to hold, Mount Shasta has a tendency to hold its weather. Let me put the nose down a little bit. You can see the ski area there at the base here.
331 in Quebec, verify you have Mount Shasta in sight.
1 in Quebec, Mount Shasta in sight, 12 o'clock.
1 in Quebec, roger. Contact Seattle Center, 124.85. Have a good day.
2485, 1 in Quebec, thanks, and full. Seattle Center, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec, checking in 1,100, enjoying the view outside Mount Shasta in sight.
331 in Quebec, Seattle Center, maintain VA5, Seattle Center 299, you got the mountain sight?
1 in Quebec, got the mountain side, beautiful sight.
Roger.
Alright, so they don't know if we're in bad weather, in haze, or in the clouds, because we're heading right for it. So that's, now even though we're at 1,400, the mountain looks a lot higher. It's 14,000. I'm going to turn away a little bit. And then turn back in. Let me cut in a picture of this look here. If I look to the west, here's those clouds. Here's that Mount Shasta I mentioned. Let me cut in a picture of this look here. If I look to the west, here's those clouds. Here's that Mount Shasta I mentioned. Alright, let's turn towards Shasta here. Not sure, I don't think they're still skiing anymore. That is bright white. So there you're looking at the peak of Mount Shasta.
There's the peak of Mount Shasta, 14,000 feet.
Yeah, but she's talking, but there's no microphone.
Oh, really?
Yes, it can't be heard.
Okay, I'll just take a picture of it then.
Take a picture. Beautiful sight, a lot of, now I don't see much, I'm not worried about downdrafts on this side. Change the view to wide real quick. Okay, just change the view, I just zoomed out a little bit. Alright, so we're just going to skim around it here. We're at 12,000 now. So the part I'm rolling out on right straight ahead, that is that volcano part that let loose. Boy, this is really something to see.
Wow, no kidding.
It is bright.
And white.
It's bright white. When you paint your house white, what you get. I would not recommend this in a single-engine airplane.
Oh, wow.
There is your peak of Shasta. The peak of Shasta, here's looking down the old... The peak of Shasta, here's looking down the old volcano here. Here, honey, take that camera, take it to the right. There's the view, huh?
I can't see it because of the engine.
Look to the right. Door pie, get the peak. Alrighty. Okay, let's, alrighty. Okay, let's, get on course now. Okay, let's see. Now we're heading for Medford, straight ahead. They're bearing 320, 63 miles. So that was Mount Shasta. I hope you enjoyed it. It was as pretty as can be. All right, we're back on this view. I've changed it to the aircraft intercom system, so you won't be able to hear the run of the engines as well. So we're 14 minutes out. We're doing 215 across the ground. Let me see if I can get the ATIS there at Medford.
003, expected RNAV GPS Delta code firmly 32 degrees. Flow for Los Angeles, advising contact information echo. Medford Airport information echo 1753 Zulu observation, wind variable at 3. Visibility 10, ceiling 4000, broken, temperature 13, dew point 2, altimeter 3003. Expected RNAV GPS Delta code firmly 32 in use. Flow for Los Angeles, advising contact information echo.
All right, information echo, they're 4,000 broken. And should be able to do a visual there.
What's that mean? Oh, never mind.
So we're actually lined up on a straight in for 3-2. And I haven't heard from center, so I'm just going to call them. We're just coming up on the Siskiyou. This is the Siskiyou, and these are the Siskiyou Mountains straight ahead. Seattle Center, Twin Cessna 331 to Quebec radio check. Okay, let's wait a second and try again.
Boy, is it cold up here.
Yeah, I'll turn the heat up a little more. And center, Twin Cessna 331 Quebec radio check. Oakland Center, Twin Cessna 331 Quebec radio check.
And was that number 3318 Quebec?
Yeah, Winnie Quebec, I did check on with 2485 and then I lost him. Is that the right frequency, 2485?
Winnie Quebec, that is correct, 124.85. And I do know that they do have a couple different transmitters, so perhaps they were just on a different transmitter. Go ahead and check in with them again, and if you don't hear them, feel free to come back here.
Winnie Quebec, Roger, just want to make sure the radio is working. Thanks and goodbye again. And center, Winnie Quebec, back on frequency.
Winnie Quebec, thanks.
Okay, we're all good now. Just making sure. So we're over Siskiyou. This mountain, this should be able to pick my way through these broken clouds here. And we're 12 minutes out. Rough driving over them. We're just crossing Highway 5 again. And Klamath River is up ahead, if we can see it. And because we're unfamiliar with the area, we're going to stay above the clouds rather than go into Ashland. I am familiar with the Ashland area, so if I do see a break to go down to Ashland, I will. And then from there, work the way up the valley, up into Medford. But for right now, we're going to stay up high where it's safe. We're at 1,800 on the descent, doing 210 across the ground. Let me get on the bearing here, 325 for Medford. They're using runway
578 Juliet Zulu starting a VFR descent for Medford.
Zulu, Roger.
They're using a 320, runway 32, so 320, this is great.
Seattle Center, Twin Cessna 1420 November.
So that's a 1240 November, Seattle Center, Siskiyou, altimeter 29908, maintain VFR, and that's the altitude.
2998, we're at 9,500, we're just going to do a 360 around Mount Shasta, and then we'll join you on the other side.
20 November, Roger.
Another Twin Cessna making the 360 around Mount Shasta. I'm glad we're on the frequency because I wouldn't want both of us to do that. And center, Winnie Quebec, you can tell the other Twin Cessna, I just went around Shasta. Have your sunglasses on, it's a bright reflection there.
We do.
Is it behind us?
Yeah, they're way behind us. So if I was trying to get into Ashland, I would not be able to go under here because Pilot Rock is the reporting point close by here, and it's obscured by clouds. They've had quite a few airplanes smash into Pilot Rock in the history of aviation. And like I tell Jay, not today.
2438 Juliet Zulu.
You can see that it's like a little rock on top of, not a little rock, big rock on top of a mountain. You can kind of see the high point and then the magnet.
November 18 Quebec, there's VFR traffic just over the Ashland Airport right now. Southeastbound altitude indicates 4,700 unverified.
What can Quebec think? Yeah, we're monitoring the Unicom.
Roger, and are they on that frequency?
No, haven't heard anything yet.
Roger, hold on to you for another minute or two and keep you updated.
What Quebec? Okay. Okay, so now we'll turn away from Pilot Rock. Very pretty.
Yikes. Oh, shit.
24-3, Julie Zulu.
Alright, so he talking to somebody else and gave him 24-3. I'm willing to guess that's us. So I'm going to start reducing power here. So far, engine's running great. Freezing cold up here. It's still 10 degrees below 0 Celsius. But the heater seems to be working, otherwise we'd be a couple of icicles. We're on a direct course for for Medford. Pretty good cloud cover here, but we'll find a place to get down safely.
One at Quebec, contact Cascade approach 124.3, good day.
24-3, 1 at Quebec, thanks, and so long. Approach Twin Cessna 33, 1 at Quebec, checking in, gradual descent into Medford, and we have echo.
Twin Cessna 331 Quebec, Cascade approach, Medford altimeter 3002, expect runway 32. Traffic 1 o'clock, 10 miles, same direction on the back course as a sky lane at 9,000 descending for Medford.
Okay, 1 at Quebec, we're looking for the traffic. Alright, so we're checked in. So now I see some breaks in the clouds over there where Ashland is, so knowing the area, I'm going to head towards Ashland, and if we can see a break to get down through it, we will descend through the clouds up into the valley. Because Ashland was reporting 4,000, Medford was reporting 4,000 broken. There's Highway 5, I believe. Not a big area to get down through there, but let's take a look. We still have high visibility. I can see that way is very clear. Yeah, I believe we can get down. There's Immigrant Lake, which I'm familiar with straight ahead. Now, if it was solid IFR, we'd be doing the instrument approach, but it's not. So this is good. In the past, in April of 2011, I did come in, did the approach into Medford, then broke off and came into Ashland. So let's push the nose down some more. We're in smooth air, so we can stay in the yellow arc. Oh yeah, I have the town of Medford in sight, so we're gonna punch through here. Not punch through, but we're gonna get through. My ears are a little bit plugged up.
Skylane 1 Foxtrot Romeo, contact Medford Tower 119.4.
So we're continuing
Contact 119.4, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
So I have the Ashland Airport in sight right now. No problem, straight ahead.
Lattice 8 Juliet Zulu, contact Medford Tower 119.4.
19-4, Juliet Zulu.
Put some props forward so we can descend through this. Sure. Approach 1 in Quebec. I have Ashland in sight, so I'm going to descend down to the Medford area under the clouds.
Twin Cessna 18 Quebec, roger. And the Skylane traffic for runway 32, they're on 11-mile final on the back course.
Okay, we're 17 out. Alright, so there's the city of Medford, or Phoenix, or whoever, but now it's, I'd call it VFR. And Cascade 1 in Quebec, I can call Ashland VFR.
Twin Cessna 18 Quebec, roger. Thank you.
Alright, so that's good. So here we are, no need for the instrument approach. There's the whole town of Ashland in front of us. And we're getting down through it. Sorry about the ears, honey.
That's okay.
That was a pretty sight, that Mount Shasta.
Unbelievable.
Still pretty cold here. It's still below freezing Celsius.
got 3 layers of clothes on.
So our pattern altitude here will be 2,300. And when Quebec has Medford Airport in sight.
Cessna 18 Quebec, roger. Skylane traffic, 12 o'clock, 6 miles, 6,700 on the back course. Descending for Medford. Contact Medford Tower on 119.4. Let them know you're looking. Have a good day.
One in Quebec, roger. Thanks, and so long. Don't they sound so mellow here in Oregon? Tower, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec. Checking in, 12 out. Waiting for landing, airport in sight. No joy on the Skylane on the back course.
Number 331 in Quebec, Medford Tower, roger. You can proceed inbound and remain east of the center line. Report a right midfield down for 32.
Okay, so you want me to enter the downwind, come around like on a 45, or you want me to enter a modified base for 1 in Quebec?
Number 1 in Quebec, right now basically it'd be a modified base for the midfield downwind, just so you stay out of the traffic on the back course.
Okay, 1 in Quebec, we're heading for the downwind now. This is kind of like a downwind for 1-4 actually.
Number 1 in Quebec, basically that's true, just to plan to do a 180 back to 32.
1 in Quebec, roger, we'll stay in this heading.
8 Juliet Zulu, 2 mile out from the field.
Number 8 Juliet Zulu inside Cessna traffic, 6 mile final for runway 32, runway 32, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 32, 8 Juliet Zulu.
So they got us, we should be dogging it. So let's do the gumps. Gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, speed. So there's gas, make sure we're on main, which we are. That's all we got right now. Couple of planes coming in. And we're way below.
Foxtrot Romeo is reporting for a mile from 32.
Number 1 Foxtrot Romeo, roger. Number 2 phone pause traffic, short final for 32, runway 32, cleared missed approach.
We have to go all the way around?
Yeah,
roger, 1 Foxtrot Romeo.
Not really. Alright, so there's our flap speed. Okay, let's put the gear down. Gas, undercarriage. Got a green, mixtures.
Gladys 8 Juliet Zulu, Fable, turn left Alpha 4 and say parking.
We can do that, Alpha 4, going to Millionaire, 8 Juliet Zulu.
Gladys 8 Juliet Zulu, roger. Millionaire taxi via the Alpha Bravo, monitor ground, point 8 to park.
Alpha Bravo to Millionaire, 8 Juliet Zulu, monitor ground.
So now I got everything configured, full flaps. Gas check, undercarriage, got a green, mixture, prop, speed. I'm right at blue line, full flaps, going slow so that the guys can get in front of me and then I can land. So this is a good profile, I believe, for the...
Number 1 in Quebec, the Cessna traffic for you at your 10 to 11 o'clock and about a mile and a half, 2 miles, 3,500, about a 2 mile final.
Okay, 1 in Quebec, we're looking for them and we're going slow as we can, just for spacing.
Number 1 in Quebec, no problem.
Alright, so we're looking, I don't see him, he's a little bit higher than us. I still don't see him. And 1 in Quebec, no joy in the traffic, so we'll let you call our turn to base.
Number 1 in Quebec, roger, if you would try to make a right 270 and intercept final, that'll work.
Oh, I love that. Right 270 for 1 in Quebec. Okay, right 270. Let's do it coordinated and not too slow. We have to add a little power. I'm going to dump some of the flaps. That was a full flap, so I'm just going to keep the 15 flaps. Good airspeed, good coordination. There's a turn, a coordinated turn, or 270. Give us a chance to clear our ears before we lose more altitude.
Number 1 in Quebec, runway 32, cleared to land.
1 in Quebec, cleared to land 32.
Medford Tower, 1 Foxtrot Romeo is doing the mist.
Number 1 Foxtrot Romeo, frequency change approved.
Going to Cascade 124.3.
It's a good thing we got gas, Nancy, because we'd be landing with 7 gallons in the tank.
Oh my God.
And that's, das ist verboten. All right, we're cleared to land.
Oh, we're late.
I want to ask, well, they were late. All right, we're late. We're 2 minutes late. Ooh, I turned the heat off. It got cold.
Boy.
All right. Do I need a wind check? Nah. Okay, let's just double check, make sure we're all good here.
God.
Get that power back down again. Kind of scalloping in for the landing. I want to ask him a question, but I'll wait until we land. Not appropriate to ask a question right now. Okay, back to flaps. Now we had to do a 270, so let's go back and do our checklist. Gas check, undercarriage got a green, mixers up, props up, full flaps, and we're set for landing. I want to Quebec wind check. Never heard.
Number 1 Quebec wind 0304.
Thank you. All right, 0304. So coming out of here at 4. No problem. So we're sinking in. You can see the 4 lights, the VASI lights are up. So we're just going to sit, sink in. We're at blue line. Perfect configuration. First time here, so it's the first time for everything. Still high in the profile, but those 4 red lights, 4 white lights will turn, 2 will turn red here any second, I promise. The 2 inside ones, there they go. Red, red. Well, the wife's holding on like we're gonna land hard. Oh my gosh, that's a smooth landing.
That's what?
That's a smooth landing. We call it a greaser.
I was going to say, isn't that a greasy?
Greasy.
Greaser.
Greaser. Okay. Terrific.
Now you're looking for $1 million.
Million dollar. Someone in Quebec's looking for a millionaire. First time here.
Number 1 Quebec, roger. If able, turn left next taxiway, which is Alpha 4, and then a left on Alpha, right on Bravo. And after you turn off on Alpha 4, millionaire's pretty much at your 12 o'clock.
Okay, great. And doesn't sound busy. You got time for a quick question?
Number 18 Quebec, go ahead.
If we were total overcast and 3-2 was in use, would you allow an ILS into 1-4 with the circuit to land 3-2?
Number 1 Quebec, if it is winds are favoring 3-2 so strongly that we are advertising 3-2 in a low cloud condition like that, we would probably be advertising just that ILS circle. But kind of where it is right now, where the ceiling technically is 4,000 broken, we are advertising the approaches into 3-2.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. And do you want me to stay with you to ground there?
Number 1 Quebec, that's fine with me.
Thanks a lot. Okay, here's Millionaire. And we'll stay in the taxi line. Thanks for riding along.